Capendo vai, andamos live. Capendo live. Dámelo cintura.
This is 215 bonus track. I'm here with Kate Ochoa. Just played a great set here. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great set you just played. Tell me a little bit about what you do to prepare for a set.
So in my house, I just start listening to music when I go home, in my car, when I'm driving. I'm just listening to music, and just every song that I feel like is connected to me and is gonna connect to people, I just save it and then I download it and I start my set like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what connects with you right now? What are you listening to recently?
Oh, I love Afro House, and I like so many genders, honestly. But I just want to play it all. But Afro House and techno, I feel like I'm so connected because it's a strong vibe, and Afro House, I feel like it's a very spiritual and beautiful. Beautiful like sound that it connects with your soul, and I just want to connect with people's souls. You know?
Yeah, I love that. What a beautiful sentiment. Are there any artists in particular that right now are at the front and center of your listening or playing?
Yes, I like so much Cascade. I listened to him once, and he's like kind of like techno melodic music, but I just love how he connect with the people, and also he make like a story in his sets, you know, like you feel happy and it's a very light vibe. So I love it, yeah.
How important is that for you to have that in your sets, to make people happy, to make people move? That's all it's all about, right?
Yeah, I feel like when you are in the dance floor, it's a healing place. So I have healed so much of my traumas, and it's like a therapy for me. So I want everyone to feel the same, and just like the music connects you with your real you. And after that, you cannot figure out who you really are because you are not thinking anything else, just music. And after that, your mind is so clear that I feel I want to do that.
Yeah.
I love doing.
Do you get that both from being in the crowd and being the DJ yourself?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who do you like to go see right now?
I like. I want to go to see Medusa, the 29 in Radius. He's gonna be here. He's also a good DJ.
Nice. So, what places do you think that you would like to play at here in Chicago where we're at? Are there anything on your bucket list?
Oh, I want to play again in Spybar.
Okay,
Yeah, it was so fun. It was very, like, I feel myself there, honestly. Yeah, and hopefully one day I play in Radius. Yeah.
Okay, is that one of the dreams, to play in radios?
Yeah.
What other goals do you have in terms of your future as a DJ career?
What other? Oh, I want to play in Dubai. I was there 2 years ago, and I went to see Mahmoud Orham, and it was amazing. Yeah, I love it. So I hope there, and Ibiza, and different places. Yeah.
So is the goal to be a traveling DJ? Is that the end goal?
Yeah.
How about production? Is that something that you're beginning?
Yes, I'm gonna start doing production in January.
Okay. And what kind of obstacles are you finding already that are tough to get over?
I'm just finding out how to get to different places. So I just like going with the flow and be patient. I feel like maybe one day we can be traveling the world, but for now I'm fine where I'm at. So I don't really thinking about what I'm going to do next. I'm just like doing it what I feel in the moment, you know, like, oh, I have to post something and I have to make a new set, and everything's gonna come together every time. Just I'm doing like little steps.
Yeah. That's great that you're talking about the present moment. You're talking about making posts and posting. How important is that nowadays to make sure that social media wise you're keeping up to date and that you show people what you are creating?
It's very important. Yeah, you have to. All of my DJs gigs, I have got them from Instagram because I'm posting and I'm showing what I'm doing, and I post myself and I just visualize myself and I think I am a DJ and that's what I want to like transmit, and people see it. Like, you have to respect yourself and know who you are or who you want to be, and then you act like that.
Yeah, it seems to be a very powerful tool nowadays, social media, in terms of connecting and getting the next gig. Tell me a little bit about what got you started as a DJ. What made you want to do it? How'd you get your beginning, first gig?
Oh, so I always liked music. Since I was a kid, my grandpa, he was a good musician, and I danced, but I never like really complete anything. You know, I was just a dancer, but I always feel like, oh no, I'm not good enough. I'm not gonna do this. And I stopped. I went to ballet and I stopped 2 years later, and I went to hip hop classes and I stopped too. And music, I was playing guitar and I stopped because I never really believed in myself. I was like, no, I'm not good enough. This is not gonna work out, never. This is not like for me. And one day I went to Miami and I lived there for 3 years, and I just met people who introduced me to house music. And at first I was like, I don't like this music. It doesn't even have voice, you know, like it's so boring, like just like the same sound for so long. I didn't like it. I was just listening to reggaeton and things like that. And one day I went to a club that is called Space in Miami. And I just love the vibe. It was so beautiful because you could feel like, I feel like I was about to cry just because I was so happy that I connect with myself finally. And I couldn't stop. I was just partying too much, and I always liked music, like inside of me. But I never thought I was gonna be like, nothing to do with this. I always like leave everything at. No, I didn't finish nothing. And this is the first time I'm doing it for, like, I started DJing like 8 months ago. Before that, I was just playing in my house, and I buy like a controller for music, and I was just DJing in my house. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to Mexico to take classes so I can know how to do it, because here I will ask my friends, can you teach me how to play music? And they say yes, but they never teach me. And I'm like, okay, I need to learn by myself, like go somewhere and pay for classes. So it's like investing. I never invest on that because I thought it was not a good idea to invest. But yes, you have to do it. Like, you have to give energy so it comes back to you. And you have to pay for your classes and invest in this and that. And this is like art. It's for me, like, it saved me. Yeah,
beautiful.
For so many things.
Tell me about that experience to Mexico, right? You said you went down there to take some classes and learn. Tell me a little bit about that. What'd you pick up? Who'd you meet? What was that like?
So I have a friend in Mexico, and I asked him, like, where do you go to school? I want to learn. And he just sent me the information, and I text them right away. And it was like January this year in January. It was so cold, and I didn't want to be here. I was like, I need to go somewhere else, but to do something like productive, because I always leave, but I don't do nothing productive. I just leave for vacation and I don't do anything. So I was like, I'm gonna go with purpose. And I went to Mexico for 2 months, and I went to school there, and I meet really good people. And I just started DJing, like taking classes, and then I come back here. And one day I asked my friend in Kashmir, he was like playing, and I asked him, like, can I play just one song, please? And he said no. Next time I came again, and I said, like, please just let me play one song. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he let me play one song, and he was like, okay, play one more. And I could match the vibe and the music. And he said, like, oh, you wanna play? And I was like, yes, please. And he said, he booked me 2 months later. In the first time, it was in April this year. in Kashmir, my first time. I'm never gonna forget that place because, yeah, and him. And yeah, he let me play. And after that, I get more bookings.
Yeah, that's amazing. You had that connection and that they gave you the opportunity. You were talking earlier about like gaining confidence in yourself, right? And I feel like you wouldn't have been able to do that unless you had the confidence to go up there and say, "Let me play that song." Talk to me a little bit about where'd you get that confidence from, you know?
Yeah, from classes. Yeah, you have to. I so perfectionist. Like I don't do something if I'm not sure, and I always wanted to play, but I feel like around people, I was so nervous because I feel like, oh, they're gonna judge me. They're gonna say I don't play good. I always feel like that voices in my head, you know. So I went to Mexico and I play in front of my teachers, the ones who were like teaching me. And I was like always feeling like nervous and stuff. But after that, like 2 months of like constantly doing it, I just feel more confident every time. And I come here and I was like ready, but I just need to play in front of people. So I feel good in front of a bunch of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you build that skill, the confidence comes later.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful that your grandfather played music, was a musician. Was he an inspiration to you? Did you take from that?
Yeah, this is funny because my grandfather, both of them play guitar. One of them died like 2 years ago, and he was always like playing his guitar in his room. And my other one, my mom's side, he was in a band, but he was an alcoholic. And it's funny because I was born 3 days later after he died. And I always feel like I have my grandpa soul in myself because, I don't know, we're so similar. And I was also drinking. So I was like, oh, it's my grandpa. Yeah, so, but no, it was, so he was an alcoholic and he died. And this was sad because I feel like he had so much talent in himself that he didn't know what to do with all of that power that he has. I know it because I feel like when I start like doing this, I was also like drinking because I didn't know how to handle like so much energy around me and so many people. I was getting like very anxious sometimes, you know, and I was like drinking so I can keep like having fun. And I became so depressed. Yeah, so sad. And I was like, no, I don't want to end up like this. I really want to play music and give a good message to the world without doing anything, you know, that is going to affect my body. And in the end, I'm going to not do any music and I'm going to finish like sad and so many things, you know.
Yes.
So I stopped and just, I've been so good since then.
How amazing to hear that.
Yeah, I enjoy music, you know, naturally. Yeah.
In this business, right, it's so attached, EDM and DJing, to the nightlife. How do you find that balance of going out and being out until 4 a.m, but making sure that you can stay professional and that you don't get out of hand and you find that balance in between the two? What have you found that helps with that?
I think my dad. Yeah, he always, since I was a kid, he was always telling me, oh, you need to be good person. You need to don't do bad things. And he always let me be myself, but he was always like, he was like religious. So he put a little bit of that on me, like, okay, take care of yourself and don't be be humble and be a balance. Always, even in the Bible, they talk about balance. You have to, and I learned it too by myself because I was always going to the extreme, you know, or even too sad or even too happy,
Sure.
you know. I was not in the middle. And when I was too happy, if I was sad, I would feel like, what is wrong with me? I need to be fine always. And so I was like I was so hard on myself until, yes, with this year, actually, I just started, like, I need a balance because if not, I'm just gonna go crazy. And yeah, so I'm just like, okay, if I'm gonna drink just one maybe, but not not gonna do anything. Like, I just wanna be myself, my real self. If I don't wanna talk to someone, if I don't wanna do something, I just don't do it, you know? Like, I'm just gonna be in my energy. And I'm learning so much to be in my energy because yes, balance is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful sentiment of making sure that we don't get out of control and that you can be yourself. How important is it for you to have your personality shine through your music, and how do you achieve that? What are you doing to make sure that as you play, you are showing who you are?
Because I work so much with my energy. Like, I am so aware, so conscious of everything that is around me, that when I feel like some tensity in my arms, in my back, I know something is not going well, like I'm not flowing. And when I feel good, I just feel light, no weight, you know? So with the music, if I'm not feeling weight, if I'm feeling just like very light in myself, that means the music, I'm sharing a good energy.
When you get in those spots of feeling heavy and tight and tense, do you have any rituals that you do, anything that you do to get yourself out of it, or what's your way out? What do you normally try to do?
So I always follow my intuition. If I don't want to go to a place that I know is not going to be good for me, I don't go. Yeah, and if I'm already in a place and there's like no good vibes, I don't think that happen anymore because I am so in myself that I try to be in myself. So I don't know. I just try to be happy. I meditate a lot, you know. Also in my house, I'm always meditating, and I don't go out like for days. Sometimes I cannot insulate myself in a little bit. So when I am outside, I can be like sharing good energy. Yes, because I like people to be together.
Yeah. Love that. Any just to wrap this up, any shows you got upcoming that we should know about that people should come out to?
On Friday the 13th, that is my birthday, I have one that I'm going to be playing. I'm going to post it on Instagram because I don't remember the place right now, but It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like 700 people, so I'm excited.
Excited for you.
Yeah, thank you. What else? I have one more, but I think it's January 10 in Kashmir.
Okay.
Now.
We'll make sure to put it somewhere on the screen where people can see you and your Instagram so people can follow you. Otherwise, thanks for coming in. Thanks for playing. Thanks for sitting down with us, and appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been 215 Bonus Track. Thanks for checking in. See you next time.